Welcome to the New Atlantean Society. We're your hosts, Anna Rocklina and
Jedi Hill. So this is going to be a fun one. Anna here is going to get to do a lot more of the talking in this message because we're going on the topic where most men fear to tread anyways, the topic of emotion.
Ooh.
Now, before she gets into her thing, like women are
Mhm.
way more emotional than us guys. They have a whole bunch of different hormones we don't even have. So they have a level of emotional complexity that most men are not anywhere near capable of.
That's true. That is why it's very important for women to make sure they know how to regulate their emotions.
Mhm.
So this is where we're going to begin. So the topic of emotions, and I took lots of notes, and I want to make sure I cover everything. When an individual feels a feeling that is undesirable. For instance, anger, sadness,
Hmm.
or frustration, or anything lower vibration. That means I'm being funny. That means there's two things could be going on. The first one is some of the emotions that we can hold inside of our bodies, literally inside of our bodies, that can be trapped in the body, and that could be displayed by, I don't know, you have neck pain or your sciatica pain or whatever it is in the body. That could be an indication that you are holding onto that emotion or memory that you have not processed and released.
Right. The unreleased traumas that are
Yes.
holding you back in life and slowing you down from achieving all your dreams.
Yes, yes. So that we need to get rid of. Well, the
And
second one is could be not being present. And when I met Jada, he used to say, Anna, you're not present, you're not present. I'm like, what do you mean? Like I was like, I don't know this concept. What's this concept of being present? So what it means is that you are either in your head, you're either in the past or in the future. In the past, you're like actually you're
depressed.
depressed, you mull over like something happened in your past and you cannot forget it or to someone or you cannot forget yourself. And then you're just stuck in that low vibration, right? So you're not being present. You're not enjoying the present moment, which is right now. The sun is shining. It's beautiful outside. It's gorgeous, right? Or even like, being together. I put a hand on my Jedi's shoulder. I'm being present. I can feel him. Uh,
And that's actually a good tip is
mhm,
doing things for touch to bring you
mhm,
back into your body. You can focus on the
mhm.
sensation of touch in the body to
Yes.
bring you back into the present moment. Focus on the movements of your muscles when you're working out and things like that for the guys.
Good. And then also
The future.
the future. That is, oh my God. I am actually used to be very guilty of that. How
Anxiety.
anxiety and worry would kick in. I'm like, oh my God, there's so much to do, so many things to do, right? But in reality, we always, as women, we need to regulate our emotions. When we feel the anxiety and worry, there are certain tools that we can utilize to regulate ourselves because you don't want to be stuck in anxiety and worry because if you're stuck in the anxiety and worry, you're going to manifest the low vibration manifestation. And do you want good things in your life or bad things? I'm going for
Right.
good.
And even though there's books like Only the Paranoid Survive,
Yes,
you can't let it take over your life.
absolutely.
Like all those
Absolutely.
worries and fears and trying to go through potential scenarios of what could go wrong, what can go wrong.
Yeah, the worst scenario,
Like it's
usually.
nice when you're like figuring out and you're going to buy a property or a business, you're looking at what can
Yes.
go wrong so you can, make sure you don't destroy your pocketbook.
Yes.
But for your normal, it's like, oh, your kids, are they going to get off the bus okay? Are they going to get beat up by a bully? Um, Did they forget their hat? Are their ears going to be cold? All these little things, you're creating so much extra stress
For your body
and
and
you're
everybody else around you.
yeah, it's you're wasting your imagination, which is your God-given creative energy.
Yes, you're wasting your creative energy to create something that you design in your life.
So
Or yes.
now
So
back
that's
to the
that.
present. What's the next step? What you got wrote down here on your
I
notes?
have tools. So anytime there's several tools, and anytime you feel that emotion, what you can do is, and I'm utilizing Jedi's book, so I'm letting you know.
Yep. So she's pulling the notes from here.
So that's where the notes came from. And that's chapter, oh, by the way, it's in chapter number 5. So if you want to go back and review, it's in chapter number 5
Yep,
in the
and that's all done in the um, resource
resource
module with
module.
all that extra information in it.
So anytime you feel that negative emotion, and I'm going to actually do the exercise that I do myself, regular basis.
Ooh.
So for instance, it's a negative emotion, right? Well, first I'm an empath. I need to figure out, is this my emotion or somebody else's? Because I feel other people's emotions and I can actually hear their thoughts as well.
Now, may I cut in for a second on that
Yes.
one? So, being an empath and sensitive to others' emotions is
Mhm.
part of our biology for being human. So,
Mhm.
yeah, the narcissist might have turned it off or they just use the gift to manipulate others. But
Mhm.
everybody is born with some level of being an empath.
Yeah.
It has to do with the mirror neurons in your brain and the concept of proprioception. So, like every position relates to a different emotion. So, as you were looking at people's body
Yes.
language, and we will mirror people's body positions that are friends, things like that, you actually start to feel what they feel
Yes, that's
through the
emotional
mirror.
contagion. Yes, it's actually you covered that in book as your book as well, emotional contagion. So if people, for instance, when I observe Jedi, he walks into the room, right? It's a networking event. Oh, by the way, guys, this is the tattoo from the kid's party yesterday. So I don't have any, well, just one. But anyway, this is a kid's tattoo that we played yesterday with the kids for St. Patty's. We did the event and we stamped the tattoos and the kids got so excited. But so anyway, that's what it is. It's not permanent. But emotional contagion. When Jedi walks into the room, he actually really like lightens it up because he has so much energy, optimism. Let's make deals, let's work together, let's build new Atlantis,
Mhm.
and that's what he does. And for instance, in a different scenario, when you have a speaker in the room and he or she is depressed or something, you can actually give that feeling of depression to other people because, as I said, we are
You get the whole room
humans.
start crying.
Yeah, exactly. We as humans, we can, we is because of this neurons that we have,
Mirror neurons, yes.
mirror neurons, we can, get that emotion on ourselves. So that's why it's very important we're going back to the exercise that I actually wanted to discuss. So, for instance, I start feeling sadness, right? So, what I do is that there's so many tools we can utilize, but one of them is start breathing. And there's breathing with not with your chest, but with your belly. So, as you can see, yes, with the belly, yes. So you can get more oxygen because your body needs oxygen. We're actually thriving on oxygen.
Mhm.
So it's number one.
Well, it's
And
not
then,
just the oxygen.
yeah,
When you're
stimulating the parasympathetic nervous system.
via the vagus nerve,
Yes,
yes.
rest and digest instead of the freak out mode
Fight
and
and flight,
fight or
yes.
flight, yes, which is the sympathetic system. And so that emotion, sadness, right? So what you do is first identify, is it mine? Okay, it's mine. Okay, it is mine. Okay, well, thank you, body, for letting me feel that emotion. What's going on? What is it that I need to dig deeper and uncover? Why do I feel sad? Why is this sadness? And then I go into the body and detect my body. Where does it feel in the body, right? And then usually I do it in the meditation. So that sadness, I go deeper and meditate. So I breathe, I go deeper in meditation in it. And then the memory comes in because I trigger it with the way I breathe. There's a certain way you can breathe. I trigger the memory. Oh, something from my childhood. My dad said something that really made me sad. And, or, harsh punishment. And, the fear comes in, right? And because of lack of love or whatever feelings.
Mhm.
So you need to dig deeper and figure out what's an underlying cause, right? And then what I do, I give that emotion of sadness to God because I believe in God, which is the universal power, source love. I give it to God and I ask God for helping me to transmute that emotion. So from sadness, I want to go to my, feeling good, feeling happy and, content. And so that goes to God, is being transmuted literally with light, because you do through the crown chakra, which is where you receive the information through God, with to communicate with God. So you transmute it above your head in that emotion into a positive emotion, any emotion that you desire. And then you ask yourself, okay, so there is something that I can learn from this. What is the lesson in all this?
Mhm.
And okay, so um all right, and my dad made me feel sad because he did something, right? And then I'm just hypothetically speaking because I'm like, I will process all my traumas. Actually, nothing comes up to on my mind. So you feel sad. So there's always, in that emotion, there's always some kind of a lesson that you learn and you need to figure out for yourself. And
Mhm.
that lesson you can utilize as a tool in your current life.
Mhm.
All right.
And once you've got the lesson,
Yes.
you can be grateful for the feeling
Yes.
and love it and let it go. Because you've
Yes.
got to
Love it.
feel it to heal it.
Love it. Yes, exactly. Love it and let it go. Exactly. And there's other tools. Okay. You could go grounding, spend time in the sun, just lie down and stare out the window, look at the trees, how they move, and just
Mhm.
breathe deeply. There's so many tools, and they're all in the book. You can go on and review that. All right. And also, another one you mentioned, visualization. So, for instance, if you want to feel happy, you go back to your memory. Always go back only for good memories. Because when you go back and you try to remember bad stuff, no, we don't do that. Good memories, like, oh, I want to feel happy. I'm like, oh, I remember that time when, well, actually, peace and serenity. I am on top of the mountain that I climbed so hard, and I feel, I see all the mountains and the vastness, and I feel so content and happy. You could just go back and then your body will remember all of that.
Mhm.
You will feel that.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of the body having memory, that actually reminds me of a
Mhm.
really good book for y'all to read. The Body Keeps Score.
Yes, yes.
I don't remember who the author is off the top of my head.
I can leave a note down below after we post this video for you guys.
Yeah, but the Body Keeps Score, and
Let me
it's
write it
fun
down.
because you can either heal your emotional traumas
Yeah.
and the body heals, or you can do things like what I'm trained into from massage, osteopathic,
Yeah.
acupuncture, and you do the body work and you get the emotional releases while the people are on the table getting healed.
Yes. You've helped me to release a couple of those. So that was good. Thank you, sweetie.
Yes, next one.
And then we have feeling fear. So do you want to discuss this the opposites, polarity of emotion? Feeling fear.
Well, we have two emotions, fear and love.
Yes, fear and love. It's all
It all comes down to that they're either one category or the
yeah,
other.
because actually I realized that worry and anxiety is also fear. It's fear. So like, no, we're not dealing with fear. You're not helping me, fear. Go away.
So you want to act with courage
Yes,
when you're
act with
fearful.
courage.
Move towards the fear.
When you feel jealous, you actually celebrate with your friends. But actually, jealousy is something else deeper. You have to look within. I was like, why do you feel jealous? There's something that you're not looking within yourself.
Yeah, you feel you're not good enough. You feel you're insecure.
Yeah.
Or other weird things that still come back to the fear.
Yeah, and then, we're all human beings, and that's how we are. That's how brain is wired. We can reprogram our brain, and that's why we're here to help you do that. So you feel insecure. You remember your past accomplishments of like, oh, I have like 3 degrees, all those things. I'm sure you have a lot of accomplishments yourself. So, or you feel gluttony. Over the winter, I ate a little bit too much. So now we're fasting. We do intermittent fasting for up to 24 hours a day, and just to cleanse your system.
Yeah, it's usually about 18 to 20. So we eat for a 4 to 6 hour window.
Yeah, yeah.
Usually one meal.
During the sun, when the sun is up. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
What's
just
your next thing?
and gluttony. Oh yes, we did say self-restraint. Yes, anger. So if you feel anger, be assertive. Assertive businesswoman. Anxiety.
Mhm.
Just feel
Yeah.
courage and
Yeah.
go for it, and then you will feel confident about it that you did that.
Well, and this is back to your Hermetic law of polarity.
Mhm.
You have the law of substitution where your mind can only hold one thought at a time, so you change it from one to another. So you will have emotions that are opposite in polarity,
Mhm.
but equal, in wave pitch. So you want to cancel them out. You go from, oh, I'm nervous to I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm excited. Ooh, I'm nervous. Oh, no, I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm excited.
Yes,
To help
that's
flip the
flip the
emotion into that.
polarity. Yes. And so, how to transmute the emotion? There's more things we can do. And Jed already mentioned, so we identify the emotion using massage, acupuncture, tapping, all those different things that you can utilize. And then learning from emotion. And I have this phrase that I learned from Agmandino. So, for instance, something I have doubts about, or something bad, not bad happens, because in every bad situation you have a lesson, right? Something happens that you didn't desire. I tell myself, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. This too shall pass, because it's just like my mantra.
This too shall pass is Solomon.
Oh, really?
That's Solomon. But
Oh, okay.
speaking of Ogmandino, I actually put a quote from
Oh,
the
yes,
book.
sweetie.
So here, I
Yes.
know you wanted to read that.
Okay. Okay. Agmandino, he's awesome. I also dropped the message of the book, and for you, it's
The
actually,
greatest salesman in the
yes,
world.
yes,
10 scrolls, great way to start reprogramming the mind and different processing. Yes.
yes. So Agmandino said, "Strong is he who forces his actions to control his thoughts. If I feel depressed, I will sing. I love to sing. I always sing. If I feel sad, I will laugh." I always love comedies, and I don't like to watch anything else, but comedies is my number one.
She's a Homer person, very much so.
Comedy.
And the comedy romance, yes.
Yeah, Agmandino said, if I feel fear, I will plunge ahead. So I will still take action.
Mhm.
And if I feel inferior, I will wear new clothes. That helps actually. It's triggering the body in a good way. If I feel uncertain, I will raise my voice. I'll ask questions. If I feel poverty, I will think of the wealth to come. And if I feel incompetent, I will remember the past successes, because all of us, we have lots of successes. And if I feel, if I feel insignificant, I will remember our goals of building New Atlantis.
Which is why we're here with you today in the New Atlantean Society.
Yes. And today I'm master of my emotions, and you got to just claim it.
And that's what we're here for, helping you. And make sure you put in your questions, your
Yes,
comments, and
please.
everything. Go here. Like, we're here to serve you. This free program is always going to be here. We're going to keep adding to it as time goes on to make it this amazing educational program to give you basically the guidebook for your mind and how the universe works.
Yes.
That, imagine if you had learned this stuff back in high school.
Oh my gosh.
How to process
Imagine.
emotions, and you wouldn't have all these traumas and everything else holding you back now.
Absolutely. But let me go back. So we talked about the empaths, and okay. And then there is emotional contagion. We talked about that as well. It's very important to make sure you have positive people in your life. Everybody knows that, especially the most like 5 people, your close circle. And emotional association. Oh, that's exercise that you mentioned in the book. So you already showed it. So you feel depressed. you're probably slouching. So straighten up. That actually will affect your emotion. Walk with confidence because you are a divine human being. All of us are.
So we're going to give you a fun shortcut to like speed you through the emotions.
Yes.
So I want you sitting down while you're watching this so nothing happens. I want you to slowly just feel yourself getting down, depressed, and just deep. And you just go as low as you can go till you don't go no lower. And you just let yourself dwell and notice how the dark thoughts start coming into your head almost immediately.
Yes, I can't seem like that source.
Then, after you get there, you dwell to it. You just want to sit back up, pull your shoulders back,
scapula's back.
Put your hands here, up here.
Up here.
So you're going to go out to the side.
To the sides.
Now you see how the hand is this way? You're going to rotate it
this
90,
way.
And then you drop your shoulders down. That will pull you back.
So like this, and then you rotate it like this.
Yep.
Okay, parallel.
And you drop your arms down.
And to the sides.
And that puts your shoulders back so you're not crunching, slouching, open, and puts you in a more confident posture. And notice how you will start feeling more confident as you do it.
Yes.
So
remember
this is
like the belly.
So this is letting you cycle through the emotions and pulling yourself up by your own bootstraps by changing your posture. I learned back in massage school. I started out, got an associate's degree in massage before I went further deeper into the healing arts.
Yeah, I think by now you have like a PhD level 5,000.
I would have several PhDs by now, absolutely. Fun little tidbit before I get back to the story. 50 books, 5 books in a given topic, more than 90% of the people working in the field. 50 books in a topic is equivalent to a PhD in that field. So just listening to audiobooks on your way back and forth to work every day, you can get through your 50 books, a book a week. And that's equivalent to a PhD every year. You didn't have to pay for it just by listening to audiobooks.
Yeah, that's smart.
Okay, so
yes,
for posture changing, when I was in massage school going for myofascial release, it was a guy named Howard Rontel. And we talked about, for the myofascial release, how within a 17th of a second, from going from this posture to this posture, your body is already starting to change the level of neurotransmitters and hormones within your body to adjust to your posture. So half of you people at the computer and everything else you're doing, you can eliminate a lot of your negativity and your depression just by fixing your posture. Like Mama said, stand up straight. Well, she was right. She just didn't know why she was right.
Mama was right this time.
Yeah, Mama was right that time. Whichever one it was, sit up straight. Fix your posture, reduce your pain. And it'll put you in a better mood as well. And for guys, it'll make you more confident to go ask the girl out.
Absolutely. Okay.
So
is important. Okay, stillness and quietness. So this one I like that because and even Italian thing is they call it dolce far niente. The pleasure of the sweetness of doing nothing.
Yeah, the sweet art of doing nothing.
Sweet art of doing nothing. So technically, this is a form of meditation, and you could end at some point. Personally, what I do, because we have our to-do list of priorities, top 3 priorities a day. And for instance, I start working on the project and it's not flowing. Before, I used to push, and that actually made it worse.
Oh, God.
So now I acknowledge that. And I pause. I stop all the work and I go sit down in my lounge chair and lounge in the sun, or step outside, put my bare feet on the ground, go hug a tree, some contact with nature, because we're all beings. We need to have the contact with nature.
We are nature.
Yeah, we are nature. We're part of nature. So we need to feel it, sense it.
That's why it's I like wood buildings.
Oh, absolutely. This is anything. So yes, just spend time in quietness to feel that emotion or whatever process that you thought that you have, or just stop thinking and just be with nature and just look at the tree. I was like, oh, branches, look how they move. Just to distract yourself from this busy monkey brain.
Yeah, Click it out. That's the law of substitution. Switch it from one thing to another.
Yeah.
Now you're relaxed. Now you can go back to the task
Yes.
and you're
And
refreshed and do it in a fraction of the time.
exactly. And then it's just like, oh, wow, it's flowing now. Just try it and let us know in the comments because it works. Yeah. And then there's other tools. Trigger emotions with music. So for instance, in the morning, we first play meditation music. And then when it gets down to work, I turn the instrumental fast-paced music. And it makes you feel good or whatever you want to do.
Classical is so nice. The
Classical.
Tolstoy, what's the guy's name? Tolsky for the violins and
Tchaikovsky? Yeah,
Tolsky,
Tchaikovsky.
yeah.
Yes, Tchaikovsky. That's how we say
And
it.
then
We say
Vidale
this
and so
Einstein.
many others.
I was like, what do you say? Einstein? Whatever. Einstein. Einstein. Anyway, so trigger with emotion. And if you feel sad, turn on that sad music. Maybe you need to process that emotion.
Yeah, maybe you need a good cry. Let it out.
Yeah, let it out. Just let it out. Don't be afraid. Even screaming in the pillow works too. If you feel angry, just scream. It's like, ah! Or, go punch Bob, that's plastic, whatever,
Punching
rubber
bag.
punching bag, Yeah, use so many tools, utilize.
Yeah, because your problem with the emotions isn't that you feel emotions, they come in waves. It's the
Yes.
fact you try and stop them,
Yeah.
and then you have the
Not
wave
good.
crashing.
Oh, not good. Not good. Let it go. Feel it
Yeah,
and let it go.
and then it gets stuck
Let
in
it
the
pass.
body somewhere
And
and
then it's
all that
pain or
and suffering. And there's no sense. Just like feel it, let it, love it, let it go.
yes, love it, let it go. And then when you're turn down this music that is triggering your crying, right? And you're sad, you're sobbing, something happened maybe in the past, and you're like, I feel so sad, and I just want to cry, right?
Mhm.
And then you're like, oh, again, I'm crying. Why am I crying again? No. Be very gentle with yourself. Feel the compassion for yourself. Just, hug yourself. I mean, I love you, and you're teaching me a good lesson here. Let's work together, or, something, and just be loving and gentle with yourself. No harsh critic, because it's not good for the psyche.
Yeah, your idea is to turn your inner demons into your inner best friend.
Yes.
Like, there's no such thing as, your devil, your Satan. It's all your internal. That's why so many people in the church have trouble because it means you have to take responsibility for your own BS.
Yeah, he calls me out. I was like, oh yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, let me go on. Let me go release this and I will continue.
Now, for the music, this is a fun one.
Oh.
Because music is one of the two universal languages, being music and mathematics.
Mathematics, not so sure.
And,
He's a math geek on music.
and I love them both. So, used to do choir and piano and stuff when I was younger. So
yeah, you're so good at singing. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, the music.
It has so many different things. So you can use sound waves to levitate things, to change their shape and form. Sound can be transferred to and changed into light or electricity. Fun studies by MIT and stuff, you can show that light, electric, and sound are all the same thing. It's all one. Through science, through physics.
Yeah.
And now for the more fun stuff, for the psychological.
Ooh.
Is music is used in advertising.
Oh yeah.
We are the champions.
And then they stick a logo.
We will rock you
or something, or like, ooh.
Yeah, they'll use nostalgia. So like if you are going to date a girl and she's 5 or 10 years younger than you, look at what was music and popular in her time period.
Oh yeah.
Because you're not going to beat the greats like Frankie Sinatra and Elvis and the heartthrobs back from the 50s and 60s. But you don't have the nostalgia with the younger audience on those songs. Unless they're, someone a little bit wiser that actually enjoys Frankie.
Yeah, I'm sure some of you guys are in our era.
So you can use it to create the moods, to direct things, how people want to feel. The happy song and what was that one on the Trolls for the dance, just can't help dancing, your body's electric.
The music. dance, dance, can't stop the music.
So
You just
all
dance.
these
Oh yeah,
different.
dancing. Yes, dancing. Dancing. Yeah, just let it out. Just shake it out and dance any way you want to move if you have this emotion that you don't want in the body. Ugh.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, let it go.
Okay, so
All
we hit
right.
on the music, the nostalgia.
And I just want to say that I'm guilty of that. Back in the day, I I had quite a few traumas, and I thought I released them, but they were still deep, deep down there, and it took me a few years with different tools to really release them. But
It's
when
worth it.
yes, it's worth it when you do the work. When when you have the unprocessed trauma. And I used to get myself very busy. My to-do list was like 50 things right during the day. I'm like, check, cross it out. And I felt so accomplished and proud of myself. But that was actually very damaging for myself. You got to process, love that emotion and release it. Because when you keep yourself busy, distracted from your trauma that you haven't processed, you think I'm so productive. I've done so many different things today. I don't know, I cleaned the house, right? But is it getting you closer to your goals? No.
Yeah. Busy and productive are
Busy
two
productive,
totally different things. Don't fall into the busy trap.
Yes, always three priorities. What you do, you're like, okay, what I do personally, I write down. I know I'm getting off the topic of emotions, but I feel it is very important for people to know. Write down your things that you need to do, and then pick top three that you need to do in a day, and just focus on them and do that. Elon Musk does the same thing. All the billionaires and millionaires, they do the same thing. Three things, priorities.
Yeah, prioritize them.
Are they getting you closer to your goal? No, don't do them. Delegate. Let
Yeah.
somebody to do or do it on busy work on Friday, wherever.
Right, because
Yeah.
there's never enough time to do everything, but there's always enough time to do the most important things. And what's most important
Mhm.
is different for you.
Yes.
Like one of my three every day
Yes.
is make out with her hourly.
Oh.
She even sets alarms to remind her to go away from work.
Why do I gotta do that now? I forgot today. Thank you for reminding. Yes.
Okay.
So,
What else
and
we
then
got to wrap this
people
up?
are addicted to high and lows, right? There's
You
also
get
addiction
addicted to the
emotion.
hormones.
Hormones.
You
Exactly.
get into your base case, your homeostasis, and you don't want to leave
What's
it.
that hormone? I forgot. When
The
you're
oxytocin?
no, that bad one. The oxytocin
Oh,
is
the
good. I don't want to feel oxytocin.
the cortisol, the stress hormone,
Yeah,
and your adrenaline.
yeah, something, but it's a different one. But anyway, there's some certain hormones that you feel the high and low, and you're addicted to those. So you need to break that addiction.
Yeah, a dopamine detox. Stop playing on these things all day.
Yes, yes,
Get outside,
yes. And then last thing, what I wanted to say is you gotta train your brain because this is a computer. Program your brain to discipline your body because if you don't, your brain doesn't discipline your body will run like whatever, do whatever it wants. It's gonna be like addiction to, I don't know, cortisol, stress. Yeah, let's go. Work under pressure. That's
Yeah,
bullshit.
women are definitely addicted to drama.
Or yeah, drama, talking about like stuck in drama. It's like, oh, my day went so horrible. Yeah, you express your emotions. Yeah, you talk about it. Or actually, better to write it out. If something is bothering you, process it on paper because sometimes people don't want to deal with it. And
Yeah, no,
whatever
you're venting on others is just you
Vomiting.
you're trash on them and they really don't want to hear it.
Yeah, unless it's, you have a very intimate relationship then.
Well, that's somebody helping you
To
through
grow.
something that's not
grow. Yeah.
just
Yes.
barfing on your friends, your
Yeah.
junk.
So that's what I had, sweetie.
No,
Anything
this
else?
is a wonderful overview of emotions.
Yes.
And like we said, emotions are a wave. They come and go based on your thoughts, which is why we talked about all is mind first. And then we're going to emotions and we'll hit deeper later on into different ways to reprogram your mind and things like that, whether you're doing self-hypnosis, the mirror work, and other things that we mentioned in. Make sure y'all put your comments down below.
And also, let us know if you listen to this module. Like, type it done. So we know.
Yeah. What questions you got? Let us know. We're here to help. And this is Jedi
And Anna signing out.